Hello, this is Olivier for a new video. I'm filming from my hotel room. I'm, still in Brazil for my second week of my business trip, and I'm about to fly back in a couple of hours. Look, I wanted really to do a quick video to show you my last find from the weekend. I spent my weekend in Sao Paulo, and I did some record digging there, as usual when I'm coming to Brazil. I'm focusing on heavy metal. Even if I'm collecting broader genre of music, but heavy metal in Brazil is really what I'm looking for. So the first record I found, which is more of kind of a grunge record, right? Obviously everybody knows it's Nirvana. It's the album Bleach. It's an original Brazilian press, original Brazilian first press, comes on these Griffin records. I think in reality in Brazil the record, the album came out a few years later than it came out in the US. I think US was probably end 80s or early 90s most probably, right? And in Brazil it came out 3 years later maybe. But I was happy to find it because I didn't have this one as an original in my collection. Next one, really great find as well, Paradise Lost, with the album Lost Paradise. It's an album from 1993, and again, really pleased to find this one. As we all know, 1992, 1993 was kind of the years where it was almost not possible, it's almost not possible to find LPs in Europe or US press, right? But in Brazil, it's as well difficult, but you have more opportunity because they still pressed, bigger quantities of record in these years. So Paradise Lost, my second find, and I was really pleased as well to find this one. Now we are coming back more to the years which I really like when it comes to heavy metal or thrash metal, which is the 80s, and a band which I kind of really like because it's a German band, Destruction, which is part of the big four German bands, right? Destruction, Sodom, Creator, Tenkar, and Destruction. I had already some album, but I'm always looking for Brazilian press on the Woodstock label because I'm collecting the Woodstock label, which is a really fantastic label. So this album from Destruction, it's Infernal Overkill. It's their first studio album, full length. And again, I found it, which is exceptional, really in a great condition. It's a near mint condition. And in the next record I will show you are most of them in near mint condition, or the next one, which is No Destruction album, is in near mint as well. Comes with a insert. So the insert of the band with some pictures, and as I mentioned, it comes on this Woodstock label, which I really love, right? There are two main labels in Brazil which I'm collecting. One of them is Woodstock, the other one is Cogumelo, and I have as well here some Cogumelo records. The next album is, the first, but it was not an album, was an EP from Destruction, which is Sentence of Death. I was looking for this record as an original for quite some time because I didn't have this album when I grew up as a kid, but I had a friend who had it, and I really loved the cover. It comes again as well with this nice insert with the lyrics on the other side, and again on this Woodstock label, which again looks really good. Next album, a band that everybody know. We are coming now to Brazilian thrash metal. It's Sepultura, and that was the only album, Morbid Vision, that I didn't have as a original Brazilian press. I had a Brazilian press, but was a reissue from the late 90s on 180 gram. This is an original from 1986, and it comes on the Cogumelo label. So it's technically a second press because you can see, if you look at the label is dark gray and Cogumelo is in silver gray, which is the second press, because the first press was a dark gray black label with white writings. So again, second press, but still, right? Original, they are really tough to find. They didn't issue these ones in big quantities, so I was really pleased to find this one. And the last one is for me the Grail. It's a Brazilian band as well, less renowned than Sepultura, but I mean, you know, some of you I'm sure will know them. I think it's a record I was looking for some time already as an original, because they are really difficult to find on the wild. And I was able to find a copy of Sarcophago Inri, the first album, in as well super great condition, which is again in Brazil not common. So yeah, really happy that I found this one. It's Sarcophago is a band from Minas Gerais, Belo Horizonte, where Sepultura is coming from, and you know, they. I think the singer from Sarcophago, which is Antichrist Vomits, started with Sepultura, but they never, you know, they never did an album together. But I read online that he wrote some of the lyrics of the Bestial Devastation split album with Overdose, and you know, before moving then to Sarcophago. And yeah, it comes as well with inner insert, right, with the lyrics on one side and picture on the other side. And again, that comes on the Cogumelo label, the white label, with black writing, and here as well. I mean, technically that's a second press, because the first press came with a black label with white writing, but again, they are really, really difficult to find. I think this press came out in 1,000 copies, right? So, and the album is from 80, I think 1986 or 7, I think, right? I mean, I don't find the date now, but again, it's really, yeah, 1987, right? So from the later 80s, right? A great album, again, kind of black metal, and when you look at as well the guys themselves, they're really inspired. I read online they inspired really the Norwegian black metal scene. So really pleased to find this one. And that ends my trip in Brazil, and you know, I will probably come back by end of the year, and I will most probably as well go again for some record digging. Hope you enjoyed the video. If that's the case, I would be really happy to read your comments. Give me a thumbs up, always appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, I think, look, I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.